Hey peoples, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You guys, I'm so angry. I mean, when am I not? Like when am I not angry? Like about what's going on in the world, and also today just has not been a good day already. Like my fucking ring light broke. The only thing that works on is my fucking light. My tablet's not working. I feel disheveled. I mean I look good. Like I look good. I guess that's all that matters, you know? Like, like I look good, I feel good, but everything around me is just falling apart. You know what I mean? So I think this is gonna be so perfect for the topics that I have today because, when I don't feel good and when I get really angry, I get more angry about what's going on in the world. So you already know about the title of this fucking video. We're gonna talk about Chicago and the mess of that fucking city is because honestly, like, I just can't. We're going to talk about Ron DeSantis imposing a bill that will criminalize and also put a death penalty on child abusers. Yes, that have people who have sex with children should have the death penalty. They sure the fuck should. And then we're going to talk about something that also should have the death penalty is that the UN is saying that minors should be able to consent with adults. Bitch, I can't. I can't deal. If my fucking tablet comes on and I'm gonna read, oh my god, it came. Oh my god, it came on. See, not everything is going to shit. Anyways, let's get started. All right, you guys. So y'all already know that like there has been so much shit going on in Chicago recently, which is so fucking sad. And honestly, it could get better. It could get better if there was a fucking Republican in office. But no, bitch, no. Like Lori Lightfoot, she just got out of office, but now there's a more progressive and leftist dumb fuck that's running Chicago. You guys, I don't understand why people vote for these people that impose these leftist and radical, like, let's defund the police positions when they know that, like, it doesn't do anything but hold the black community back. It doesn't do anything but destroy cities, as you can see by what people are doing and these fucking outrageous teenagers are doing to the city of Chicago.
Breaking news off the top. Hundreds of teens flooding into downtown Chicago tonight, smashing car windows, trying to get into Millennium Park, prompting a major police response. Within the past few minutes, shots were fired near the corner of Madison and Michigan. Now, we had a news crew on the scene, but they had to move because of safety concerns.
I'm flabbergasted by how, there was only 15 arrests. I think it was only 15 arrests. And, like, so many teens got shot and injured because of, like, the mobbing. And there was a couple, like, they were tourists of the city. And they literally was trying to walk past the mob and literally got fucking brutally assaulted.
Two young tourists are set upon by an angry mob in downtown Chicago. The screams are from this woman, Ashley Knutson. Her boyfriend DJ is also there, yanked to the concrete and not visible in this video, all as he's getting kicked in the head by multiple assailants. Ashley is only visible for a moment until she's also swallowed by the crowd of punching and kicking teens.
This just goes to show like how progressive policies is not the great policies. If they were, this would not be happening. And I just can't fathom how people who do live there that didn't vote for that feel. Like, I feel bad for those people. But the fact that, like, the majority did vote for Brandon Johnson over Lori Lightfoot, it shows how fucking retarded the people are there as well. Because it makes no sense. Like, I just can't believe that after they did all of that mobbing and hurt many people. There was even like this Mexican couple that literally got brutally assaulted. Like I think he got assaulted through his fucking window of his car. I was like, oh wow, like these people have really lost it. And I don't even understand what's the reason. Like, why was it a reason for these teenagers to go out and assault and mob like the city like that. I don't get it. I don't understand. And it seems like there was no clear reason. It just seems like that they just felt the need to just do it. And it just goes to show like the downfall of the black community, and like, it's really sad how much this contributes to Black Lives Matter, honestly. Like how destructive it was, and now you see like, teenagers think that like, America hates them, black teenagers specifically, and they think that they can just go out and do that. I mean, like, it seems like they can if their governor there is saying that like, oh, don't demonize those teenagers, like they just silly kids, right? Like, like they're just silly kids, like they're just silly kids. Don't demonize the teenagers. Like what? Like they just assaulted this couple. They just like went and mobbed and what, stolen shit. Like don't demonize the degenerate teenagers. We should worry about like why Walmart is leaving us.
And
like,
Walmart, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. You are the reason that our communities lack the investment that they have. We should not have to go out of our communities to find jobs. We should not have to go out of our communities to get medicine. We should not go out of our communities to be able to shop.
It's like, why is Walmart leaving us when they're looting Walmart? Like, the teenagers didn't do shit about Walmart. Like, Walmart, like, you're the reason why they're looting, because you're leaving us. It's like, dude, the reason why Walmart is leaving you is because you have destructive policies and you're letting people get away with crime.
Every grocery store looks like this. Everything is either on the floor. Look at this. Can't even get no fucking food for my kids, G. Look at this. Came in the store to try to buy something because I'm not a thief. Look at this. In my hood, can't even get no food for my kids. Babies need milk. Can't even get nothing for my kids, bro.
And I don't understand why no one can see that that's the main reason why. You're stealing. If you're stealing and you're fucking up the city, what do you think was going to happen, you dumb fuck? That's just what happens. Just like here in Louisville, Kentucky, I can give you a story, This is what happens. If you steal in these places, they know, and the prices go up, and it causes it causes these businesses not want to stay in these certain areas, just like down the street. Remember when I talked to y'all about this? I don't even know if you've been following me for a while or not. But with my videos in the past, I talked about how they were stealing. There was like a lot of shit going on down the street in the Walmart, and they fucking upped and left. The Walmart is not there no more. People have to go far out to go get their fucking food. And, that's just the way life is. And that the other Walmart, like the supermarket Walmart, is not that great. It doesn't have all the groceries that you need. Everything in there is junk, which is insane because they call the supermarket the neighborhood Walmart. That neighborhood Walmart, it's trash. There's no good food in there. The fruits and stuff like that is bad. It's just, what happens is when a community isn't, being a great community, these businesses, they start to also like take away the good things because they don't want to spend their good resources in a neighborhood that isn't going to treat it well, especially with people stealing and stuff like that, raising the prices. That's just what happens. You can't do anything but blame yourself, And I just think that, like, watching these teenagers, despite people were shot, people were injured, and seeing all these teenagers out there, it makes me really sad, especially because they are black as well. And I think it's very embarrassing, honestly. And no wonder why people are looking at black people like they're fucking crazy, because I mean, look at the examples of what's going on. Not saying that everyone is like those crazy teenagers, but if you look at what's going on, I mean, why wouldn't people be cautious around black people or stuff like that? Look at what's going on. Look at the examples that people are portraying of black people. It's really sad. And The parents, I don't understand where's the parents in this? Where are the fucking parents in this? Why are you letting your fucking teenagers go out and mob, rob, and steal? Like, what, like, where are they? Oh, I know what they're doing. They're probably getting high on fentanyl. They're probably getting high on the super drug weed. That's probably what they're doing. They're probably out here worrying about getting fucked than loving their child. That's probably what it is. Or it's probably these deadbeat daddies out here that's not taking care of their children. That's the whole fucking reason why these children are going out here. And the fact that there was a lady that was saying like, oh, we're not funding things for these kids to do. It's like, so that means that gives them the green light to go out and mob and rob and brutally assault people. That gives them the green light to do that. Bitch, there's nothing to do here in Louisville, Kentucky, but do you see me going out there and mobbing and protesting for nothing? No, bitch. Like, I'm staying my ass inside the fucking house. Like, I don't understand this logic. It's the way that people are fucking, raised. It's the way people are raised. These kids are not being raised right. The streets is raising these children. That's what it is. The streets is raising these children. The parents aren't raising them. And that's why they go out and they look like a fucking fool. And I mean, if the governor is saying like, don't demonize the kids and thinking that it's okay to do that, I mean, why wouldn't they go out and do it? Why wouldn't they go out and do it? Why wouldn't they go out and shoot each other? Like, why wouldn't they want to do that if the governor doesn't give a fuck? That's the issue. And I can't stand it. It makes me really sad. But also at the end of the day, which something that I used to not believe in. I used to not believe like, what you vote for is what you get. I used to not believe that because I just didn't want to accept the fact of like what I did when I was woke and me voting for Joe Biden. Like I thought that I thought I was doing the right thing because I didn't like Trump. Stupid. You get what you vote for. Now I have to pay high ass prices for gas. I mean, and high ass prices for eggs. So, you do get what you vote for, and that's a learned lesson that a lot of us have to do. I know that, like, people probably watch me and they're young. You need to really understand, like, this is really insane, and that these progressive policies is due to to these destructive governors that they put in place. And another thing is, when I was doing my research on this, if you really track and look at George Soros, I don't know if you know a lot about George Soros. He was I guess you could say he was a Jew, but he doesn't probably even consider himself a Jew. He's anti-Israel, which is great. I'm anti-Israel too. I don't fuck with Israel either, bitch. Like America first, period. America first. But George Soros is the reason why Chicago and like many of these liberal cities is what they are. Like, if you go out there and you don't invest in the candidates that you know that's going to be right, like, if you like a Republican candidate that is going to fix your city, I mean, shit, and you don't support them, I mean, George Soros is going to support the opposite of what you think should be in office. He is the reason why a lot of these progressive officials is in office. I mean, like, look at, like, what's her name? Kimberly Fox. Like, she is the district attorney of Chicago. And guess who backs her? George Soros. I don't understand why George Soros wants to destroy America, but all I know is that every fucking cent that touches these progressive and leftist lunatics, they destroy cities. And George Soros' money is doing that. So, you guys, if you really want a candidate that that will save your fucking state and your liberal, like, inner cities, you need to support them because George Soros is going to do the opposite and he's going to destroy your city. And there's a lot of shit that I've learned over the like past few years about these donors and stuff like that. You really have to be steadfast in who you want to be running your inner cities and your state, basically, because there's these big donors, but I think there is a bigger agenda with some of these people. It's very evil. It's very, very sad. And it's really sad to see people that are black, And I'm not saying like every black person needs to be the same, but it's unfortunate how dumb and how it puts a disservice on how great we can actually be in this country, and to see these people actually, pander this, this race baiting bullshit to like, make everything go crazy and make everyone seem like it's us against them mentality when it's like black versus white. And it's just it's very unfortunate, like I don't know what the solution will be. I just hope that one day this will stop and we can all just like, love each other and save America, because America is going to shit right now. Alright, you guys, so like I'm so happy to fucking like talk about this, because honestly nothing makes me more happy is to see officials, government officials put out, bills that will give the death penalty to child rapists. Nothing warms my heart more is to see things like that. And Florida is just doing it right. Like, honestly, y'all already know, like, I don't really trust Ron DeSantis as much. Like, I don't even like Trump that much either. I'm very neutral, but like, I know who to vote for if, it comes down to one of them. But it says like Florida passes a bill allowing death penalty for child sexual abusers. And I'm so happy. I really am. Like, it should happen in all states. Like, it should happen in all fucking states. It says Florida lawmakers have approved legislation backed by Ron DeSantis that would permit the death penalty for those convicted of sexual abusing children. That bipartisan proposal, which passed by vote of 34-5 late Tuesday. Oh, it was bipartisan. Okay. Will also allow juries to hand down death sentences by votes of at least 8-4 after previously requiring unanimity. The bill, which passed the Florida House of Representatives 95-14 last week, and which DeSantis is expected to sign, will apply to those convicted of abusing child under the age of 12. And honestly, I'm so happy that we are finally getting some type of like sane bipartisan legislation that will pit criminals, child rapists to death. I'm happy. Like, that's how it should be. If you are touching children, if you are doing things in front of children that is very, very disgusting and that is very, very lewd and sexual, you should have the firing squad waiting for you. Like I've always said, haven't I said this? I've said this many, many times. I think anyone exposing children to sexual things, I truly think that like you are a pervert and that you should actually get the death penalty. And I'm very happy that Florida is like having this law. Like, it should happen in all states, honestly. And, I think it's so funny that, like, Equality Florida is, like, a LGBT organization that claimed that, like, oh, this is going to be going for, LGBT people. Who said it was just only going for LGBT people? Who said that? Who says it's going to only go for LGBT people? See, Equality Florida, you just telling yourself. So you're admitting that you are groomers. So you're admitting that you are groomers, right? So you're admitting that you are sexualizing children, huh? Because why would you get frightened? Why would you put out a warning about Florida? Why would you do that? It's because you know what you're doing is wrong. And I see a lot of people already like, equating this like, oh, this is going straight towards the LGBT community. It's like, oh wow, like I thought that the LGBT community wasn't grooming children. I thought that the LGBT community was sexualized children. Like, why would you be worried? Why would you be worried? Oh, it's because you are a groomer. It's because you are a fucking groomer. That's why. That's why you're worried, bitch. And you know what? I hope that Ron DeSantis does put something else in that bill to be like, if you are doing lewd and lascivious things in front of children, such as drag shows, or like reading sexual books to children, you should get a death penalty. There's no reason why a man or woman, a grown adult, should be talking to children about sexual things. Like, it just shouldn't happen. And if you think that, like, that's wrong simply because they're trans or they're LGBT, something's wrong with you and you're a pervert. And I think that you should be under the jail. That's just how I feel. And, you know, people may feel some type of way about that, but I just truly think that that's just how it should go. There's no reason. I find a lot of things about the LGBT community to be very perverse. Like, recently I was just talking, like, I was just saying shit on Twitter, you know, like, I love Twitter. I got my Twitter back. And, you know, I've been looking at, like, this, a lot of, you know, posting, like, love is love. And even, you know, coming from, you know, conservative gays and stuff like that, which it's okay. And, you know, there was a conversation on Twitter saying, like, you know, we're born gay. I honestly want to combat that. I honestly don't feel like that anyone is born with any sexuality, and I truly feel like that like pedophiles want people to say that, like, you know, babies are born with sexuality because they are perverted. Like, wouldn't I green light pedophiles to sexualize children if children are born with a sexuality? That's something that I have been going on in my brain all day long, because I truly feel like that every child is born with a clean slate. I think when we grow up, we develop our sexuality and what we're attracted to. You know what I mean? I think it is naturally becoming of us, but I don't think that children know, like, what they're sexually attracted to as an infant, are born as. You know what I mean? I truly don't feel like that. I think it's a green light to pedophiles. I truly feel like that. And I don't know why I just had this reoccurring, like, thought about that over and over again, but it plays with, like, love is love. I feel like a pedophile would say something like that. I truly do feel like that, because I mean, you wouldn't say love is love if it was a grown 40-year-old man trying to have sex with, like, a 12-year-old, right? You know, I feel like a pedophile would be like, love is love. It's disgusting. And speaking of pedophiles, you know, like, I want to get off the Florida thing, honestly. That all goes into that, but the UN seemed like children should be able to consent with adults. Dude, I don't understand this lunacy that's going on right now. Like, it all trickles down to what Candace Owens was talking about, where she was saying, like, they say, like, children has full autonomy over their bodies. What's going to come next? Are they going to say that, like, children, they can have sex with adults? That's exactly what's going on. And honestly, it's so sad that, like, Candace is right and many other Republicans out there and conservatives are right about that, and how the LGBT community cannot see what's going on because they are so fucking perverted and stupid that they can't see what's really going on. So it says right here, GOP senators urge UN ambassadors to denounce report they say is supportive of pedophiles. A group of Republican senators is demanding the United Nations ambassadors Linda Thomas Greenfield condemn a report presenting to the global body that they say gives credence to pedophiles by undermining safeguards to protect minors from sexual exploitation and abuse. We stand firmly against any foreign effort that seeks to undermine the well-established legal principle that children do not possess the emotional or mental maturity required to consent to sex relations. The letter led by Senator Marco Rubio. We therefore request your immediate opposition to these efforts and to rescind any U.S. taxpayer money that may have directly, indirectly supported United Nations activities. The report in question was represented to the UN Human Rights Council by the International Commission of Jurists and is titled The 8 March Principles for a Human Rights-Based Approach to Criminal Law Prescribing Conduct Associated with Sex, Reproduction, Drug Use, HIV, Homelessness, and Poverty. The section they cite warns against criminalization of consensual sexual contact, whether by marital status, gender identity, or sexual orientation, among other features. It also calls for legal age limits on sexual intercourse to be applied in a non-discriminatory manner, bitch. See, bitch, it all falls down to this gender ideology, this sexual perversion that's going on with the LGBT community and MAPS, minor attracted people. I truly feel like that it's coming. Like, they are going to normalize pedophilia. It's coming, and it's already happening. Even though they try to act like that they're not for this, they quite literally are for this. And you guys, I truly feel like that you need to protect your children, because and fight against this with whatever you got, because these people, the higher power, these perverted higher powers that can't even get the list of Jeffrey Epstein's island, they are going to try to normalize pedophilia just so these people can get off. And it's it's so disgusting to me, and it all plays a role in exactly what I was just talking about when I was referring to like love is love, or like we're born with sexuality. I truly don't feel that way anymore. I truly feel like this is the green light for pedophiles to have their way with children. And that's the disgusting thing about this. And if you don't see it now and you see it later, it's going to be too fucking late, because they're going to normalize pedophilia, and I don't I have no words. I have no words. But all I have to say is, you guys, protect your children, protect yourself, get armed. Cause it's getting really dark, it's getting really dark out here, and it's sick. Anyways, I'm done, you guys. I really appreciate you guys for watching my video. I know this video is probably all over the place, but I think you guys understand me. I love that you guys watch me. I don't care how many people watch me and watch my videos. I'm really appreciative, and really happy that people, for the most part, are nice. And before this, I was getting so much hate, and I'm seeing like a lot of people on my side, and I'm really appreciative. And I just want to say, be yourself, no one else. I'm getting the fuck ASAP. I'm tired. I've been working all week, and I'm just exhausted. But I love it. I love America. I love myself, and I love you guys. And I wish the best for everyone. And may Yahweh be by your side. Anyways, bye, y'all.